Hey, good afternoon. I'm really trying to keep up on my blog, but I haven't really felt like writing, so I figured I'd try a video entry instead today. So, today is May 20th. It is just after 12, so it's the afternoon. On my way to work this morning, I had one of those thoughts, one of those, really deep, reflecting thoughts. And the one that kept popping into my head was, if I could meet a 5-year-old version of myself, would he be proud of who I am today? Would he be amazed at the person I've become, the things that I have done with my life? Or would he be embarrassed? Would he be ashamed? Would he resent the person I've become? And for the longest time, I kind of assumed the answer was yes. I mean, I had goals growing up. I wanted to be a doctor, a policeman, a firefighter when I was little. As I grew up, my goals became a little more solidified when I started going in the same direction. In middle school and most of high school, I wanted to be an Air Force pilot. I wanted to be a fighter pilot, wanted to go fly around the skies and do whatever they do. But that kind of ended when I found out that aviation bores me around my junior year. By the time I was 18, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to fight for my country. I wanted to serve my country. And I could have gone a number of different ways. I could have been a soldier. I could have gone into the Army. I could have been a sailor in the Navy. I could have been a Marine. But looking back at my family lineage, my great-grandfather, George Hartz, was a master sergeant in the Army Air Corps, which eventually became the Air Force. He was one of the first master sergeants. He was a crew chief for, I think it's B-52s. My father enlisted out of high school, and he was a medic back in the 80s. So I figured Air Force was the way to go. And you know what? I don't regret it at all. I was a weapons troop, and I loved it. I did. You know what? Life has a funny way of going. Doesn't always go the way you want. So when I got out, I considered myself a failure. My goal was within my reach. I wanted to retire as an airman. I wanted to make a career out of it, like my aunt and my uncle did. They were both master sergeants. My Tia Wilda was a master sergeant, and my uncle was a senior master sergeant. They made careers out of it. They're living nice right now. But that's not something I could do anymore. It took me about 2 years until I figured out what I wanted to do. 2 years. It wasn't until one of my friends told me that she was taking an EMT school class to get her license. I thought that was awesome, getting a chance to get out there and give back. But kind of got sidetracked, excuse me. I figured that would be hard. And it was. But it's not something I regret. Actually, I enjoyed it. It was one of the hardest things I ever had to do, working full-time and going to school. So now I have my license. I met some amazing people along the way, people I could trust with my life, and who I love and trust unequivocally. And I know that they love me, that I am loved. I mean, a lot of my friends are graduating college right now. My cousin just graduated, and I'm very proud of her. But, I can't help but think people look at me and say, you know what, he didn't go to college. He must not be smart enough. He must not have goals or ambitions or drive to do it. The fact is, I didn't go to college because I didn't want to go to college. That wasn't my plan. But you know what? I do have dreams. I have goals. And most importantly, I have a plan on how to achieve those. So yeah, I may not make a ton of money right now. I make $11 an hour working for an ambulance service. But you know what? I'm happy. I may not be saving lives yet, but I'm helping people. And if you're not happy with what you do, then why do you do it? If your only reason for getting out of bed is a paycheck, is it really a reason to get out of bed? To me, the definition of success is getting up one more time than you've been knocked down. Yeah, you know, I've failed more times than I can count. But I've always gotten back up. I've always gotten back on my feet. And the outcome of success is happiness. I have a job I can wake up to every morning and punch in with a smile. And no, I'm going to have a great day, regardless. I have friends who I love and love me too. Not a lot of people can say that. Not a lot of people can say that they could call somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning and know that somebody on the other end is going to pick up. I am incredibly grateful for that. And, you know, I'm even grateful for the people who hate me. Yeah, you know, people hate me. It happens. Because your friends will show you what you're good at. Your enemies will show you what you're weak at. And to me, that's important. How are you going to know where to improve if you don't know where you suck at? But yeah, I'm getting off track. You know what? The whole thing is, I'm happy. I'm very happy with where I am right now. I mean, I have stories I can tell. And I have a plan. I have goals. I want to become a paramedic. Once I become a paramedic, I want to go on to critical care. Once I go to critical care, I want to go flight medic. But you know what? That's a long road. And in that time, that's probably a 10-year plan. In that 10 years, I want to experience everything I can. Everything I could do with my license, I want to do. I want to become a firefighter. Firefighter, paramedic, because I think that'd be awesome. I want to go work in a hospital. You know what? I love meeting people. I love talking to patients. That's part of the highlight of my day is, I have a lot of older patients, and I just love hearing their stories. Like, my patients are in their 70s, their 80s. They were born in the 40s, 30s. I had a woman who was born in 28 yesterday. 1928. I mean, she wasn't all there. She kind of phased in and out of being confused and knowing what's going on. But she was still able to tell me all this. She told me about her life, where she grew up, what she did for a living, where she met her husband, her kids, her grandkids. She had great grandkids. And she said all of it with a smile on her face. And, you know, that's what I want. I want to be able to tell people stories like that. But I want them to be good stories. I don't want to say, you know what? I worked my ass off for 40 years at a job I hated just because I needed a paycheck. I want to be able to say, you know what? I got into a career field where I made a little more than minimum wage. But I got some great experiences out of it, and that carried me on through life. They helped me get to where I wanted to go. I struggled in the beginning so I could succeed and drive and go forward later. Because, that's what's important. I want to go on and teach the skills that I have learned. Knowledge without application is useless. I can know the meaning of life. I could teach people how to save lives, how to improve their own life. But if I'm unable to convey that information, to use it practically, then what's the point of knowing it? Knowledge is not selfish. It's a worldly pursuit. Everybody looks to learn things. And that's what it's all about. I mean, you need to go on and continue your education. That's what I plan on doing. I want to become a paramedic, like I said. And, that's a year-long school. And they say it's like the hardest thing you'll do during your career. And I am looking forward to it. So, you know what? I gotta go. I'm at work, and my partner's probably inside already. So, everybody who watches this, have a great day. And, share it around, because I'm trying to get more people on this blog. Anyway, everybody take care, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.